Welcome back to another episode. It's your host Deion Davis here,
and your co-host Chris Campbell,
and our special guest
Destiny.
All right, cool. So we usually give the first 5 minutes to our guests to just introduce themselves. You know who you are and what you do. Tell the audience who you are.
All right, well, my name is Destiny. I'm 23 years old. I'm a hairstylist, makeup artist, and I'm a dancer. I work at Walmart doing in-home. What the fuck? Hi, my name is Destiny. I'm a hairstylist, a makeup artist, and a dancer. I've been doing hair for about 5 years, and I've been doing makeup since I was a little kid.
Cool.
And I'm 23 years old.
Hey, okay, cool. So what got you started into doing makeup?
Honestly, I've been an art lover since I was a kid. Like, I've been playing in makeup since I could play in makeup, and I just grew up continuously practicing, pretty much.
Okay. Well, like, were you practicing on your mom, like your sibling? Are you a single child?
No, I was practicing more so on my mom and my little cousin and my aunties.
Okay.
I used to do their nails and stuff too, draw little designs on their nails and stuff. So I've really been around with art.
Cool. Were you more like an art student when you got into school, or was it more like you would just do it outside of school and then you would focus on whatever you did in school?
I've always been drawing, like, since I was a kid, outside of school, in school, scribbling while I'm supposed to be listening. Like, I've just always been drawing. And I also took art in high school, too.
Okay.
What about the dance part?
I've been dancing since I could dance.
Okay.
Literally, I used to do praise dance when I was a kid. I've been in dance groups, and I was a cheerleader for 7 years.
Mm. So what about, how did that coincide with your artistic side?
I guess it just, helped me express myself with my body through dancing.
Okay. And how did that help you with your, like when you get inspired by nails or get inspired by doing hair, do it help in any kind of way, or is it?
I feel like that's just completely different art for me, dancing, and that's completely different to me.
Do you think that nails and I guess hair could be related to dance in any type of way? Just like the styling, so that you can when you're doing your dances.
I guess, yeah, because I would love to look presentable while I'm dancing. I just don't want to look like a rag doll. So, of course, I would do my hair up or I don't really wear makeup on a regular, but, if I'm performing, I would throw a little something on. Nothing too heavy because, you sweat when you dance and drips in your eyes and stuff. So, I just try to avoid the whole makeup thing when I'm dancing. But, of course, I will have my hair put together and stuff.
Okay. And I see that you did beautifully today.
Thank you. Yes, I did a full face of makeup today,
Yeah, that's dope. Okay, so please tell us about like your brand, what came up, how you came up with the idea, where you got the inspiration from to create that brand.
Honestly, I started doing hair because I got tired of people playing in my hair, and I actually had a person who messed up my hair really, really bad. So I ended up starting to learn how to do my own hair, and I was doing very well at it, so other people wanted me to do their hair. And I figured if I'm gonna do this, I may as well make some money while doing it. And I would just always love doing makeup, and the same, everybody would ask me to do their makeup. One of my friends had me do their graduation makeup and stuff like that, and homecoming makeup and stuff. So I just ended up creating it into a career.
Cool. Okay. So what help you get started on doing hair, like professionally?
Like I said, I just wanted to make some money if I'm gonna continuously be doing hair, and I started getting really good at it. May as well make it a career. Yes.
So what made you come up with the name for your business?
So Lux Looks My Desk came to be because Lux is really just short for luxury. So whenever you sit in my chair, you're gonna walk out luxurious. You're gonna have the luxury look.
Okay, talk about.
Clock it.
Here, okay. So could you give like the audience that's possibly looking to book with you, like what are like prices, hours in the chair, like can you give us a rundown? Us being guided already. Yeah.
So I do locks, I do wigs, I do braids, I do natural hair. For the locks, my retwists are about 75, styles 85 and up, depending on what you get. My wig installs like 135. You add to the charge if you want like color. I do styles for free pretty much, unless you want like itty bitty tiny braids and all different types of stuff. I might charge you just depending on the look. But natural hairstyles aren't really that much, like $70 for like little single braids or 2-strand twists, like that kind of price.
How long is it sitting in the chair?
I can do locks within like 2 hours plus, depending. It just depends on what they're getting. Like the quickest I've done a retwist was like 45 minutes.
Okay.
But you know, some people get different styles and stuff, so of course it's gonna take longer.
Right.
But with the wig installs, about 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 hours, depending on what you get.
So do they usually bring their own hair during the week, or like do you provide the hair for them sometimes, or?
So I don't provide hair, but if anybody needs help finding a wig, I can definitely do that because I've found my clients plenty of wigs before. I just have them bring it like a week in advance so I can customize it to make it look like a hairline, everything like that. So I take care of all that.
So, question: if you could find like a let's say a wholesaler for your wigs, would you be interested in that? So then you have like somebody that could be there for affordable wigs that are luxurious that go with your brand, to then still be, I guess, efficient for your clients.
Yeah, of course. I'm actually looking for hair vendors right now, you know, because I want to sell hair and I actually want to provide hair for my clients.
Gotcha. Where have you
Especially
been
when
looking?
I get a suite. I looked on like AliExpress, but I actually had a close friend send me a really good hair vendor that I'm about to look into.
Okay.
So yeah, I got some connects.
Oh,
So
connects,
little
bro.
connects.
You ain't got that connect. I got another connect for you. My cousin, she actually a hairstylist too.
Okay.
So she actually has a person that she gets her hair from, like her own hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let you have a little conversation with that too.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Networking. I always say what I learned from a mutual friend is that networking allows you to bring everybody up. Because a lot of people unfortunately don't network simply because they're scared is when you connect that new person that they'll take their spot.
Yeah.
And if you really are who you are, everybody is different like your fingerprint. So if you are really unique, you shouldn't be scared.
And you're irreplaceable.
Yeah.
There's so many hairstyles out here anyway, you can't even think like that.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
just because you give it away don't mean 10 million other people have that vendor already.
Exactly.
So it's like, they want the vendor, they gotta get the vendor.
Exactly.
Can't be stingy. Gotta get anyway.
You know, so I'm just happy that you are growing and like how many clients do you usually see a week?
Being that I have another job and I've been going through my moving process, it's lessened a little bit. But I was looking at like about 2 to 3 clients a week, depending on But I am looking to get a suite and dropping my other job so I can open my availability more to have more clients.
Okay, I like that.
When would you what would be like your start date that you can envision for getting that suite on the ground?
Honestly, I don't exactly have a start date because, like I said, I'm going through a moving process right now.
Yeah.
But definitely before the year's over, for sure.
Okay.
So about your dance situation, I'm not saying situation, but like you're a dancer, right? Would you ever try to open up a class for young girls or young kids?
Definitely. I actually want to go to classes to, you know, better myself. But I'm really good at choreography. I was a cheer captain in middle school and in high school, so I was making formations, dances, cheers, literally performances all together. So I'm very familiar with that anyway. So, you know, I just want to get back in my groove before I do things like that. You know?
So, question: what do you think? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, because I wanted to ask, since you said that, like, what do you think about like doing majorette?
I actually thought about being a majorette in high school, but I chose cheer, of course. I'm interested in all type of dance, really. I'm not subject to just one type of dance. Like, I'll do majorette dances on TikTok, so I made a majorette dance that I have to record, actually.
That would actually be good if you can like get a class of girls and do like majorette and have like a majorette in Chicago, because everything majorette is mostly in the South, and you don't really see that many girls that do a majorette that's professional.
And for what we're looking to do, because I'm looking to make sure that this back to school event this year is top tier.
Yeah.
So it would really be cool. Let's just say out of nowhere, you know, God can perform any miracle. let's just say that you have an entire majorette team perform at the back to school event.
That would be pretty dope. I would love that.
Yeah, and
I'm really good at teaching dances, honestly.
yeah, I think that would be cool, especially.
And making formations. I can make the whole formation where everyone stands at, where they walk to and move and everything. Like I had to do that. Like my coach had me literally. I had a notebook and I would write down each name and where they were all going. And I would make. She had me make literal cheers that we would do on the sidelines.
Really?
And they still do it at my high school.
Cool. That's actually pretty cool.
That
Yeah.
is cool.
Do you keep like your notebook with you, or is that like a notebook for the school?
That was for my school. I don't do that anymore. But you know, when I came to practice, I had my notebook
Right.
because I had to
That's cool.
make the formation and bring it to them and teach them what to do.
Oh, yeah.
And you said like that you have to get back to that mindset, like dancing, or back to your mindset from before. What did you mean by that? Like what shifted?
I feel like I haven't been focusing on dance as much just because I've been focusing on my hair and makeup business so much.
Okay.
And then I feel like me working at Walmart takes a lot of my time.
Yeah.
So maybe if I could eliminate that, you know, I could have more time to dance. But I have been dancing more lately, like learning things. I just need to create my content for it, really.
Yeah, because we saw you, posting content, especially for the Sierra contest. You know, we saw you.
Yeah. For sure. So I really need to just get back into creating content on the dance tip because it's been more so hair and makeup.
Okay, on that makeup tip, I wanted to talk about that too. So, it's about to be prom. Like, if you really do this right, you can get a whole bunch of clients. Like my cousin, well, my niece has going on prom.
You mind?
Yeah, and then she's going out of town too. So she's gonna really need a makeup artist and a hair.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for that. I actually have prom makeup to do.
Oh, wow.
So, have you ever considered, let's say in the future, or I guess in the future, let's just say you are still working at Walmart, like just asking for requested time off for that entire week or 2 weeks, so then you can just fully focus on booking your schedule?
You know, I would love that, but they aren't giving any unpaid days off right now. Literally, if I schedule a day a month in advance, they'll reject it and tell me that I have to use PTO. I have no option.
Really?
Yes, I have no option to request an unpaid day off. So that would be impossible. I would have to quit Walmart if I wanted a week off.
Really?
Unless I had enough PTO. Yes.
So they don't give you unpaid, even though
No unpaid.
I didn't know
how many hours you dedicate to the movie?
Like 40?
Yeah, 40. And how many
What
hours?
do you
Like,
do?
24 hours.
Like 40 hours, if that, because you know they be cutting hours and stuff like that too. So
And how many hours you been working on the Hey, write that down. How many you been working on this?
Because it sounds like even though that you were able to dedicate, and I love Walmart because I was there for 4 years, but however, you were there dedicating time, 40 hours a week, and they can't give you time for yourself.
that upsets me. I'm not gonna lie because I feel like I've been over backwards for this job all the time, and I do what I'm supposed to do. So why can't I feel like that's low key illegal. I don't know for sure, but if it's we have a life going on. Everybody has something going on. So if somebody needs one unpaid day off, it should be given, especially if it's a month in advance, like right now.
Yeah.
Because do you think so they don't give you any unpaid time, even if you request it?
Literally, I just for my moving date.
Yeah.
I requested that day off. My boss called me and said, I had to reject that day. You have to use PTO. It was a whole month in advance.
Wow.
She rejected my day and told me that my store manager said that we have to use PTO. And she's looking at it. She's tripping about it. Can I give it to you?
You would think because okay, so the background that I have, I can look at this shit and know,
Because it wasn't like that before.
Shoot. Yeah. So you can look at it. You'll know the hours. You'll know the hours that you have with the entire store, and how many hours that you have to, I guess, schedule for your staff. So this time of year, they're really tight on the budget. So I'm really surprised that they don't want to give people time off, unpaid time off. Because again, Walmart doesn't have to pay anything. And it's very surprising that they're not even allowing Walmart associates to have this time off for themselves, even though they're requesting it, because usually we'd be like, okay, take all the time off that you need, because guess what? We don't have to schedule you right now. We don't have to schedule you, and
well, I guess it looks like they need to schedule people
or
to come in.
maybe specifically because you're in home.
No, this is for anybody.
Oh, wow.
Literally anybody. There's other people in my department that are not in home that are trying to get unpaid days off and they're unable to.
And people are really taking, and I just want to make a note of that. People are requesting unpaid days
Yes.
off.
Like, I can literally show you right now. Like, I'm not joking.
Wow.
And it's going to say rejected.
Oh, wow.
Unpaid days.
And I had a phone call. Yeah, I have to reject your time. You have to use PTO if you want this day off.
That's
it was
crazy.
one day. One day I asked for it for my movie day. A whole month in advance.
And you can't even.
The schedule was not made that far.
Right. That's why
And I
you're
was not
requesting
able
off
to,
the
yes.
book.
I don't want to be petty and name the store that you're at.
No.
After that. But hey.
After that.
Try it, bitch.
It was a laugh though. It was like something weird. Okay. Scene.
All right. All right, thanks guys for staying to the end of the show. Thank you, Destiny, for coming on today.
Of course. Love you guys.
You know, thank you. Yeah. Is that the thing?
Wait,
So we started, the guys, you know, we don't really do this, so we do this.
How about this?
That works.
Because I'm different.
Boom, you know,
Hey,
boom.
Judy.
It's a heart.
Judy Kim. We start. Cut.
Wait, cut.
Look. No GD around here. Okay. You guys want me to do this? I just want to give you.
Oh, we're gonna, I'm keeping all this
Not GD.
You're not gonna keep the G.
We're gonna keep it in. I might edit it out. But anyway, again, thank you for coming on the show. It was really a delight and an honor to have you, Destiny, out of all people. I think you are such an inspiration to a lot between the hair business that you have, makeup, as well as just you being in the gym consistently, inspiring other people to go in and out of the gym, creating a domino effect, not only for Chris, but for me as well. Just imagine all the other 3,000 to 3 million people that you have no idea that you are impacting every day.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much.
I know that you are inspiration to me. I'm so happy that you came in on this podcast. And I just can't wait to see what else you have going on.
I appreciate it. Y'all gonna make me cry. I'm a G. I'm not gonna cry.
3 years later, we're just gonna be looking back at these scenes and like, oh my gosh, look at us now. You drive. What's your dream car?
Honestly, I don't have a dream car.
You should have time to create your dream car.
Like, I mean, there's cars that I want, but I don't have like a dream car. Like what I think of a dream car.
So you picture yourself, what car you picture yourself driving?
Or do you just want to Uber black everywhere?
I don't really think too much on my dream car. I just be thinking about now for the most part. I need to think about my dream car. I dream everything.
Yeah. Think about it as homework. Like, put it on your vision board, ask God, because anything, if you just ask God, He'll give it to you. I promise you.
No, firsthand I know.
He is hilarious, by the way. God is hilarious. He'll give you stuff after you have to go through a trial, because it's like, okay, you're not ready for it yet, but the next version of you will be ready for it. Like, and you look back at it and you be like, you did that on purpose. You knew what you were doing. You were setting me up for the next best version. So you're just setting you up for the next best version of yourself.
For sure.
So yeah. Next time we have you on the show, you're gonna have to let us know what your dream car is, what your dream house looks like, and just where you are.
I'm not gonna lie. My dream house, I kind of know. Like, I want it to look like a botanical garden. Like, when you walk in my house, I want it to look like a dream. When you walk in my room, I want it to look like a dream. Like, just beautiful and peaceful. I like flowers and floral and stuff. And when you walk in my room, I just want it to look like a dream. Like clouds and lights on the ceiling and flowers and stuff. So, like that. With the creative stuff.
Yeah.
I like having the creative stuff.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like a real nice dream.
And you see that question that we didn't ask her this time?
What?
we asked all our guests, but we haven't asked her yet.
Right.
Like what, like, and then you're being an entrepreneur. What business or business venture would you like to go in with us?
Oh yeah.
Like what you see us all doing as like entrepreneurs together. Like
If you were the partner.
I feel like with the group of people sitting in this room, I feel like we could motivate young people to just follow their dream. Honestly, I feel like we can motivate a lot of people to do what it is, whatever it is they like to do. It can be whatever field. I feel like we could motivate whoever it is to follow their dream and be whatever it is they want to be.
So inspirational.
Yes, because a lot of people don't have that inspiration, like in their families. Like people don't inspire their people at all. There's not support, there's no inspiration, there's none of that. And we could be that support and inspiration, like a mentor type of thing. Yeah. I feel like that would really be good, you know?
That's cool. Especially with the
because people really don't have that. It's really bad out here. Like people are really struggling.
Yeah.
Like even me, I feel like I don't have that much support.
And I never understood that, like, until I really started experiencing or hearing more stories. I was like, dang, I never really understood what other people were going through or could go through. And I feel like the more we make ourselves known, if it's because of how we look, because of how young we are, because of how people can connect with us, we're able to make a larger impact because it's not some 50-year-old or 40-year-old that's speaking on stage and may look good with the suit, with the Gucci or Ferragamo belt on. No, they see us here today with the office cups and the downstairs area.
Hey, they see
the
authentic version. Yeah. And it's not like a forfeit version of who we are today. Yeah. And I really do think that people are able to connect with us more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I agree with
like that. Cool. So in
2
years, watch us be mentorship.
Hey, I'm not even gonna say 2 years. I may even say 2 months. May even say, by the time of back to school in August. I really believe that this year around. Last year was just a trial phase. Yes, I think.
This time we really
we have enough time. We're preparing in advance to really make sure that this event for back to school, August 2025, Operation Back to School. We're going to make sure that the kids that's getting back into school are more happier and at peace as they enter back into school. Because I think the kids of today, so much anger.
They don't have any guidance.
They don't.
No guidance.
They don't.
They need guidance. Yeah. They're just all over the place.
Yeah.
It's getting really wild out here. So
because
they really need guidance.
A lot of the parents, I don't think they expected to prepare themselves for what they had going on.
Yeah, and you see that the parents, I see most parents today cannot handle their children.
Yeah, one of my friends brought to me, actually Jada, she brought to me that a lot of people.
We're going to cut their name out.
It's okay. You can keep it in.
I'm sorry.
Go.
You want to restart?
No, continue.
But yeah, my friend Jada, recently told me, a lot of people were not raised, they just survived. A lot of their parents did not raise them, they just survived through life and they're still surviving. They still don't have that guidance and they're looking for it and searching for it.
And one thing that I learned from a good friend of mine, he said it's a difference between survivalship and living in a success mindset. Living in a survival mindset, it's like you're always living in a hunger. Like if you think about any of those movies that's like aftermath of an explosion or aftermath of war, they're like, oh my God, I gotta, you never know when you're gonna die. If you're living in a successful mindset, it's like, you're more willing to open your arms, be open to guidance, be open to mentorship, be open for the next level of what God has you prepared for. Because if you think about it, our hands, how big our hands are, God's hands are 10 times, a gazillion times bigger than ours. He's created everything that you see today. So you have to envision yourself not doing everything by yourself or thinking that you have to do everything by yourself, but just as long as you have faith, as long as you can pray, anything, I promise you, anything is possible through God because He created what you see in front of us. It's so so many people don't really understand. I think they take it for
Yeah,
granted.
they still feel alone, not knowing that they have God on their side, just because of like their life how it went, you know. I guess because they don't have their family and you don't see that God is always there.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have to realize this too. A lot of people, especially today, don't know God.
Hey, that's true.
Know if He exists.
Because they're surviving and they weren't ready.
Exactly.
That's the point.
And that's our job. And that's our job that I had to realize through just continuously reading the Bible, showing people that it's a way for us to be able to show what testimonies He gave us through our test, how He's been able to pull us out of our darkest depths of life.
And you know what? They say you don't have a testimony without a test.
Exactly.
You don't have that. You don't have a story without being tested. And once you get being tested, not through your faith and through everything like that, it goes hand in hand when you go through your everyday life. How you strive, how you're your mental structure is actually helping because of all the stuff you went through. Yeah. It actually coached who you are today.
Yeah. And I feel like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And having that godly faith and godly structure actually helps. You see, us three being somewhat at a point of being who we are. Yeah. Let's just say that as entrepreneurs, it's because we have a godly foundation. Yeah, because we
put that trust in God.
Yes, yeah, and I think because I didn't at a certain point in time, is because of the trials that I'm currently going through right now. It's because I allowed flesh to be more important than God, and I feel like because He saw that, He was like, no, I'm gonna take everything away.
Yeah, because you're not focused on the right thing. Yeah. You have to focus on Him and your relationship with Him, and everything else falls in place. Yeah. And so I think me realizing that over time, over the last couple of months, it's literally been playing a course to the life that He's destined for me instead of the life that I'm trying to destine for myself.